hexagon cardigan that I released last month. Go get you one. Make yourself one. Everybody was making hexagon cardigans, and so I made my own. So there you go. Hello, everybody. I decided to just pop on and try and finish up my holiday tree skirt from last week, the supernova one. I didn't get all of the rows done, so here I am. I came on to try and do some of them, and I had to. My hair is distracting me. Looks really bad. I should put a hat on. Here we go. I know it would be better because these don't. I really have like too much hair for these. Let me do this instead. These are usually I just wear these when I sleep, but anyways. I should be on YouTube, TikTok, and my 2 Facebook groups, the 6-Day Blanket Group and Betty's Besties. So I'm going to put this up overhead, and I'm going to be overhead working on the 6-Day Supernova Holiday Tree Skirt, just doing some repeat rows. No big deal. I'm just hanging out crocheting today. That's all. At 8 o'clock tonight, I have let me get over to TikTok here. I have a meeting in the Betty McKnittiverse in the design workshop. You have the opposite problem, not enough hair. I need to wash my hair, but you know, that's a project. That's a big project. Whoops. Uh-oh. I didn't realize that was still attached. I have these 2 little balls of yarn because I did that. I went ahead and did if you were here for the challenge, you know, I went ahead and did the edging so I could show people the edging during the challenge. And I just wanted to go back and film some more because I want to be able to have all of the rows on video for people that need to follow along. I gotta try and remember where I was. Hi, Veronica. No worries. I'm just finishing up my supernova. I'm probably not gonna finish it tonight either. I'm just gonna do a little work on it. I think I figured out that I had about 4 hours to go. I forget. I'd have to go back and watch that video to remember how much I said I had to do. I thought, I don't know, there was this crazy part of me that thought I could do it all in one day, and I was just too tired. I didn't end up going live more than once. I said in my newsletters I was going to go live more than once and finish it up in the 6 days, but I did not. So listen, 6 days, you do not have to finish in 6 days. This tree skirt is huge. The other 2 are really, really small. So, okay, let me flip this. There we go. Let me bring up the pattern. That's the superstar. We want the supernova. Let me figure out where I was. I think I did row 2B, 3B, and 4. And now you repeat row 5A, 6A, and 7B in that order. And then we had 2C and 3C are the rows that I want to video. But I'm not going to get to them today because each one of these rows is going to take at least 20 minutes, I would say. And we had somebody, so this is, I'm doing the repeat of row 5A. I have to go back up to that. 5A takes the place of row 5 from now to the end. And then let me hit my timer because I've been timing myself for these. Let's see. Chain 3, counting the stitch beneath your chain, skip 2. This is the second time I'm repeating, so I'm following the first number inside of the parenthesis, which is 24. So it should be 24 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Well, that's weird. What did I have done here? Okay, so on the side, it's going to increase by 6, not 3. So I just found another mistake in the pattern. Thanks for following. Five double crochet in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I want to get this finished. I don't want to leave it hanging. I want to edit all my video and have complete video of all these projects for people that want to follow along. And then it should be 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, and it's always going to line up. With that last set of 3 double crochet. Oh, sorry, TikTok. Let me move this over. And then you skip 2. And then 7 going up the smaller peak, and 5 in the center again. Thank you. I stop at the end of every row and spread it out. It's a Christmas tree skirt. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The smaller points have 7 on each side, and the larger ones have 19 on each side. And then the outside is that right? 27. Thank you. The yarn is the Big Twist Twinkle from Joann's in gray and white. I had cut my yarn the other day because I unraveled the bit that I did on the live. Whoops. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for following. Whoops. Each peak has 5 in the center. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the large peaks have 19 double crochet going down. I mean, even if I did spread it out, you wouldn't be able to see the whole thing anyways. It's so big. What's everyone up to tonight? I can only stay on until about 7:45 because I started talking about this earlier and I stopped. I have a meeting tonight in my membership community, the Betty McKnittiverse. I have a Granny Square workshop meeting, and actually nobody in there is making granny squares. I really wanted to make a granny square scarf, but I ended up putting together some different shapes made from the 6-day kid blanket stitches. So I did an 8-pointed star, and people are working on that. And we have some ideas about filling in the dips. I don't know what I'm doing there. So I did that, and then I did a hexagon, and I did some triangles so that people, because there was some interest in people doing something that looked like a tiles blanket with octagons and squares. Haley says, I'm still working on the cardigan I started a couple weeks ago. I have a cardigan I did on lives too to finish. After Thanksgiving, I'm going to do a work in progress crochet along, so we can all finish up our whips. Whip it good. Willisha says she's working on a granny square baby blanket. Wonderful. Hello, Zangelina. How are you tonight? How's everything going? One Moonbeam says, I'm practice knitting, reminding my brain and fingers what to do after crocheting for months. Ain't that the truth? I haven't knitted anything lately. I have some yarn here. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing because I'm timing myself, but I have some yarn here that I kind of want to knit. I don't always want to crochet, but it's like I could practically do it in my sleep, especially 6-day blanket stuff at this point. I made a granny square blanket and a king size. Okay. Y'all that make king size blankets are out of your freaking minds. That's crazy. Leslie says, hi, my stepmom said she has the loom. She's going to give them to me. That's awesome. Cool. I can't wait to see what you make. Pillows Chair says, absolute beginner at crochet, and it's so much more to remember than knitting. Really? I think it depends maybe on which one you learn first. I don't know. I've been crocheting for so long. To me, it seems like second nature and easier. One Moonbeam says, I got early notice of a yarn sale last night. OMG, I'm holding off barely. Yesterday, I received some yarn that I have had some yarn purchase mishaps lately. I loved making it. It got me through a crazy time in my life. That's cool. That's awesome. I've never made a blanket that big. The biggest one I've made is the star blanket that's on the king size bed in the one of the rooms in this house. It's the guest room. Actually, it has a king size bed, and I put the star blanket that I made on that bed in there, and it looks amazing. It doesn't cover the whole bed though, but it just looks really cool on that bed, but it's not really king size. So did you give the blanket that got you through that crazy time a special name, or there's a video of it? Okay, well, let me follow you so I can check that. I'm following you on my other account because I use that to moderate, but I'll go back and follow you. One Moonbeam says, I just finished a full-size log cabin crochet blanket. That sounds cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Alicia says, do you know how to make a queen-size blanket? Well, my main pattern is the 6-day blanket. So I do have resources on that pattern, the 6-day kid blanket. I have resources to help you upsize and make the blanket in any size you want with any kind of yarn you want to use. It's named Crazy. I love it. But if you want to make a queen size blanket, you have a pattern in mind and it's not sized to the size you would like to make, you must make a swatch with your chosen yarn and hook and make a swatch of the stitch you would like to make your blanket out of. Make it at least 4 inches by 4 inches. That's okay, Leslie. You can tag me in a TikTok or something. Or, send it to me in a message. You must make a swatch. And no, somebody recently told me, well, I just consider the first few rows of something the swatch. No. No. So you must make a swatch and measure it. And one thing that you want to look for is if that stitch that you're planning to use, if it stretches out, and how it behaves once it's worked up. And then you measure that and do a little math to size it to the size you want. When you make something like a queen size blanket, just understand that every knitted and crocheted item stretches out. Sent you a DM about the mastermind class in January. Just wanted to let you know because inboxes get crazy. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Did you find the link in my bio and complete the form online? There's a link in my bio. I think it says, I don't remember if it still says monetizing mastermind. It might just say business mastermind, accountability mastermind. I forget. I've changed the name of it a couple of times because TikTok does not like the word monetize. It doesn't like when I say that or write it. But that's mainly what I think people want to know how to do and what I'm going to teach in the mastermind. I will tell you how I monetize, the methods that I use, and we'll also do some mindset work to get you out of the mindset of, I have to sell this one thing to make X amount of money. Oh wait, the one I made is one big granny square, not little ones put together. Oh, that's cool. I love a pattern that starts in the middle and keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't it funny how you make something and then you forget how you made it? Or did you ever forget you made something altogether? And you see somebody wearing something and you're like, oh, that's nice. Did somebody make that for you? And they're like, yeah, you did. You made it. Kaylee says, I made a crab today, anglerfish next week, I think. Oh, that's fun. I don't make uh I don't I don't make plushies and amigurumi and toys. I do 6 day kid blanket everything. Pretty soon I have ideas for 3 more sweaters, 3 different styles of sweaters with the 6 day blanket. I have to work on that, and I want to get those going. I want to make pants. um I have so many flippin' ideas, it's ridiculous. But I keep saying that whenever I do everything that there is to do with the 6 day kid blanket, then I'm going to make the 7 day blanket. There, that's better. I don't know what that notification was. My first Afghan ever was a queen size of 64 granny squares. That's awesome. Wow, that uh you got a subscription. That's what it was. Oh, cool. Was that you, Leslie? Did you subscribe um to my community? Cool. Haley Bailey Boop says, "How long does it take for you to go from a concept of pattern to actually publishing a pattern?" It takes me a long time. Um, it takes me a long time. I I am not one to just like throw something together and throw it out there. Um, there have been a couple of patterns that like I just kind of got out there right away. I rushed them through the testing process, um, and got them out there right away. And then there are others. I have a couple, like I have this poncho cowl that got stuck in the testing phase and never made it to the public. It takes me a long time. The star blanket I think was a year of trying to figure that whole thing out. The hexagon cardigan, that was like the last big thing I published. That's probably the biggest thing I've ever done, and I'm gonna say that took me April, I think somewhere around April, I said, all right, I'm gonna get busy on this, and I set myself a deadline of October, and I got it out there by October 15th. So what is that, 6 months? Yeah. I'm a dilly dallyer too. I work on multiple things at once, and that slows me down actually. But I can't. Sometimes I have to set things aside for a while and let them marinate and come back. Let's see. Leslie, I wish I could have done. Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I got all excited. My mom wants a blanket like the one in Roseanne, but I haven't had time to finish. That's an iconic look for sure. Cat Kitty is crocheting a lampshade. Wow. That's a cool idea. I haven't really gotten around to the 6 day accessories. I have ideas for like pillow shams and pillow covers and things like that, but I haven't made or published any yet. a couple of years ago, one of my followers, she's someone that would like make things out of the 6-day blanket and then be like, I don't, yeah, you can publish this if you want to. And so like she's the one that came up with the Australian confetti effect, and then she came up with the pocket shawl idea. But she, I don't know, like 3 years ago, made this 6-day kid blanket tote bag and sent it to me and said, here, you can publish this if you want to. And I've never published it. I've never like done anything with it. Because it's like, it's one thing to like freehand something, but it's a totally other thing to like write something up in a way that other people can understand and publish it and make sure that it's free of errors and all that stuff. And every once in a while, somebody will be like, are you ever going to publish that bag that Glynis made for you? And I'm like, yes, I'll get around to it eventually. I think it starts with the 6-day blanket, and then the 6-day star blankets are next in line after that. And then after that are the wearable things, and then the accessories are last. That's my order of priority in creating. I gotta start like catching up with some of the ideas that I have. It's the 6-day kid blanket. The stitches, the 6-day kid blanket is a set, a series of 6 rows of stitches with chevron. And no matter what I make it up as, I call it 6-day. So this is the 6-day supernova holiday tree skirt. Most of my patterns can be done in 6 days regardless. And if they can't, I usually say that in the pattern because I know that is confusing. Mainly it's when people upsize beyond what the pattern directions state. Yeah, but it'll be a row of single crochet, 2 rows of granny clusters, another row of single crochet, and then 2 rows of double crochet and chevron in a chevron configuration. For a really long time, people would ask me if I would make the pattern in the round, or make it round, or make it square like a granny square. And I would say no, because in my mind, it wasn't 6-day kid blanket unless it made a chevron. But then last year I was trying to figure out how I was going to do the 6-day hexagon cardigan, and I ended up making a granny square. So I actually published that, and it does not chevron. To me, it's not as interesting, but people like it. People enjoy it, and people have made beautiful blankets with it. Somebody posted in my Facebook group a couple days ago an absolutely gorgeous so I let me just back up. The 6-day granny square is just a square. The great grand, when it's a square that continues until it's, a blanket, I call that the great granny blanket. And then I adapted it into a rectangle, and I call that one the great granddaddy blanket. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing because I'm working and I'm being timed. So at the end of the row, I'll stop and spread out my work so that you can see it. I'm almost to the end of this row. And each row takes me about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on which row it is. The single crochet rows are faster than the granny rows. I think I am, Leslie. Thanks for following. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe I should have the timer visible so people will know that I'm being timed and stop asking me to stop what I'm doing to show them what I'm doing, or slow down to show them the stitches. I've noticed that on other folks' lives too. I don't mind answering questions. So Leslie, when are you getting your loom? And does it have yarn with it, or what's the deal? Have you been yarn shopping yet? You better go get you some yarn. And what kind of loom is it? Is it a hat loom or a blanket loom? Almost there. You have yarn, and it's a circle loom set. That'll be nice. It's exciting. Thank you, Mama V. I am making the 6-day supernova holiday tree skirt which is my original design. So you can get the pattern in my TikTok store if you want, or you can get it free off of my website. And let me see, I'm almost at the end of the row, so when I get to the end of the row, I'll spread it out and show it. That'll be nice. I'm excited for you. Thanks for following. Hey Andrew, how are you? Whoops, I have yet to see you live. What time zone are you in, Andrew? How come I keep missing you? You're out shopping for yarn. Yeah. I ended up with, I think I was starting to talk about this earlier and I forgot or got cut off or something, but I have had some yarn buying mishaps lately. I was trying to order, I saw that Lion brand. Well, first of all, I wanted more of the Lion brand mandala tweed stripes because I heard that they were being discontinued. So I have a pattern with that yarn. So I was like, I better go grab some. So I go and I put a bunch of the yarn in my cart. I buy it and I'm waiting for it to come, and it never comes. And I go into I go check on it because my friend who had ordered that same day as me from Lion brand said her yarn came in, and I was like, what the heck, where's mine? Mine hasn't even shipped yet. And so I go onto the site and I check my account, and you know what? I must have never clicked send or whatever. So I didn't even actually order the yarn. So I go back in and it's mostly sold out. So I place an order for like 9 balls of each of the 3 colors that are left. And also a bunch of other stuff that I needed for I don't even remember what. And that yarn took forever to come in. And then right after they ship it, I get a notice saying that it's shipped. I get another notice saying that they've refunded like $40 of my money. So I go in there, all the mandala tweed stripes has been refunded. So I'm not getting any of it. And then so I get none. So then I don't know, a couple weeks later, my friend says Lion Brand's having another sale, and oh look, they have some of the mandala tweed stripes colors back in stock, and they're on clearance. So I hurry up, I go in, and I'm like, I'm getting 9 of each. There's 3 left. So I hurry up, order 9 of each. Boom, boom, boom. Place the order, hurry up before anything happens. A week or 2 later, the order comes in. I didn't get 9 of each. I got 27 of the same color. 27 of the same thing. Oh, I forgot to check my time. 39 minutes. Yeah, so each row is taking 20 to 40 minutes now. I didn't bring any water in here. I need to drink water. So that happened. So now I have 27 cakes of this yarn, which they told me, I said, I want to return it. I wanted 9 of each. I didn't want 9 of the same. And they said, just refuse the package. So I wrote refuse on the package and I called UPS to pick it up. And when UPS came to pick it up, they were like, that's not our package. That's FedEx. So then I was like, I guess I'm keeping it. So I'm keeping it, and I'm going to make a blanket and a sweater. I'm going to make a 6-day kid blanket sweater, not a hexagon cardigan, a different type of 6-day kid blanket sweater. I have I have three other types of sweater in mind for the 6-day blanket. So I'm going to make one of them with that yarn. I have enough to maybe do them all. But I don't like designing on discontinued yarn because then nobody can get it. And everybody's like, what yarn is that? What yarn is that? I want it. And it's like, well, it's discontinued. So I have several patterns on discontinued yarn. Okay, that was row 5A. Now I'm going to do 6A. This is the first repeat of 6A. Hang on, I didn't count coming down here. And this should be 33. Oh no. 27. Let me just count them real quick. And then I'll start my timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I did it. I did it. Okay. 6A. Begin. 1, 2, 3. Now I have to read this, make sure, because I found a mistake in the last row. Counting the stitch beneath your chain, skip 2. I think it's going to be 28. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you, Donna. 12, 13. Uh-oh. Hang on. I was supposed to change colors. This is the 6-day Supernova Holiday Tree Skirt. The pattern is on my website, bettymcknit.com. You can work it right off my website for free, or if you don't like the ads, you can purchase a pattern. The yarn is Big Twist Twinkle, and it's white and gray. One, 2, 3. Thank you very much. It's very easy. Thank you so much. You guys are too kind. The one that I ordered was mandala tweed stripes. Okay, so now this is going to be 28. And then the other order, yeah, because I had 2 orders that were like mishaps. I ordered a bunch of this Big Twist yarn for my crochet along last week, I didn't think I was going to have enough colors. And so I ordered a bunch more yarn, and it just came in yesterday, and the crochet along's over. So I have a whole box of big twists that I don't need. And I'm trying to decide if I hang on to it or give it away, get rid of it, what to do with it, because I really don't need it. I mean, next year, I guess if I decide I want to do tree skirts again next year, then I would have it. So I could just like put it in a bag with some of those silica gel packs, because I live in a very humid climate. I could do another crochet along, that's true. Could do another crochet along next year. How big is the yarn? It's a 4-weight. It's just a box, like a Joann's box. It's full of yarn. I mean, I do this for, I crochet for a living, more or less, and it's not like I don't have a ton of yarn. I seem to remember having, I designed these tree skirts and released the patterns last year, and I seem to remember having like a bunch of yarn left over last year that I ended up giving away. So I had to order more. I'm such a dork. I am a dork. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pack that yarn up really, really good. Keep it nice and safe and clean, and maybe put it in the shed. These colors would be pretty doing a C2C Afghan. I've never done that. I've never done that pattern, although I've thought about adapting the 6-day kid blanket into a corner to corner, because people do seem to enjoy doing them. I would get bored doing the same stitch for a whole blanket. What colors are the yarn? The yarn that I ordered from Joann for the tree skirts, it's like all the tree skirt yarn all the colors that I used for the different tree skirts. The twinkles, some of it's twinkle and some of it's just regular green and red. And then I did get some blue. I got some blue for, because I did a table runner in blue and white for Hanukkah. I just finished that yesterday. I haven't even written it up yet. And I would like to also do one in Kwanzaa colors so that I have more holidays covered besides Christmas. And I mean, I have some of the leftovers that I have would be good Kwanzaa colors, but I don't have any yellow, and I don't have any black. I have the green and red, and I don't have any brown. So I do hand piece quilts and quilt them by hand. Wow. That's amazing. Red. Yes, I have red. I have the red and the green, which are the same red and green as like Christmas colors. And then yellow, black, and brown are the other colors. Am I right? And then I was just going to do a table runner. I just did a small table runner for Hanukkah in blue and white, sparkly blue and sparkly white. Um, and then I was going to do a similar one for Kwanzaa with the colors. I don't know very much about that holiday, but I Googled the colors. I want to do a little bit more research before I work it up. But I want to release those as soon as I can because the holidays are upon us. Leslie says I'm a Christmas junkie. I ended up with different reds and greens this year. I remember I bought the Twinkle, the red heart, or not the red, the big twist Twinkle last year. I bought it in the store. And I just bought what they had in the store. So that's how I kind of ended up with the colors that I ended up with. I'm going to make hats with babies with the little yarn that I have. Well, that's nice. Donna says I'm not doing the holidays. Yeah, it can be difficult. I understand that. I'm doing I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but I do I just don't do a big deal, but I invited my family to come spend Thanksgiving here where I live because I live near the beach, and I have one sister that's planning to come if the weather's not too bad. And then I don't cook a ton of food like that like I once did. Yeah, if you have lost people, I can see how that would be hard. I left my husband and got divorced a few years ago, and the holidays used to just be a bunch of fighting over which family to spend it with, um and that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. I wanted to have my own family holiday, or be the host sometimes. You lost your mom and dad, your brothers, and your sister. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we had a pandemic. A lot of people died. It's hard. I'm really sorry for all that loss. I could see why you would want to not do holidays or do something different, redefine the holidays for yourself. Try to find a way to enjoy, you know, find some joy, even if that's watching a movie and quilting. Your anxiety's way up and out of whack. Hey, Brenda Sassy Pants, thanks for the likes. I am working on the 6-day supernova holiday tree skirt. And I have 3 of these tree skirt patterns based on the 6-day star blanket pattern. And I tried to do all 3 of them on a 6-day live event. And I didn't quite finish this one. So I'm playing catch up a little bit. This is probably going to be my last row because each row is taking me about 30 to 40 minutes, 20 to 40 minutes to do, depending on which row. Donna says that's why I do quilts. I was going to ask you if your quilting was helpful. I have a somatic crochet support group where I support people using their crochet as therapy. I mean, I don't think crafting by itself is therapy, but I think it's very therapeutic. I know it can be very comforting to have something to work on, especially if you're anxious. But in my somatic crochet, I don't know, philosophy? I teach people to remember to breathe and take care of their body while they're crocheting. And also we talk about different ways your relationship to your crochet is like a reflection of how you treat yourself sometimes, or how you interact with others. Leslie says, is the dollar store yarn good? I think that I have not seen the dollar store yarn in person, but what I have seen of it looks really good. It looks like totally good yarn. Absolutely. GC says, I love my crochet. Keeps my mind busy so I don't fuss or stupid stuff. Yep. Excuse me. It's not too bad. When I crochet a project, and it's just for me, I'm very like intentional about what yarn I use and what colors and what they mean and how I want to feel with the finished object, whatever it is. If it's a blanket, if I want to feel like when I lay under that blanket, if I want to feel peaceful or if I want to feel compassion. And when I work on that, then I try and hold that energy, remembering to breathe all the time, always taking care of my body when I work, taking breaks and stretching and supporting myself, etc. Okay, good. I have a lot of the dollar store yarn. That's good. Hey, Leslie Russell, how you doing? Whoops. Thanks for following. Mexican, not French. I'm making a homemade blanket. Nice. This is what I'm working on here is the 6-day, oh my gosh, it's going on and on forever. 6-day supernova holiday tree skirt. It's my original design, link in my bio. Yeah, the supernova is bigger than it's the one to make if you want a larger tree skirt. And the reason is because we don't add in these points. It has this extra point, and you don't add it in until the blank. It's already like that's the beginning of it. You don't even add it in until way up here. So, and then you have to do at least one or two repeats of the pattern before those points really show up. So this is the one to make if you want a bigger tree skirt. If you want a smaller one, make the star or the superstar. I have 2 of the yarns per ration in the value pack. It's baby blue. That's nice. Hi, thank you for following. I'm working on the 6-day supernova holiday tree skirt. I just came on to like get caught up. I have still several rows to do on this one. I wanted to show all of the rows in tutorial video. So this is a repeat of row 6A. 6A. Kathy Gore says, I love the colors. Thank you. It's, oh man, I'm all over the place. I'm getting tired. It is Big Twist, Joanne's Big Twist yarn. Big Twist Twinkle in gray and white. The supernova has 7 large points and 8 small points. and it has an icicle edging. When I was on the live the other day and I showed all the edgings, because all three of the tree skirts that I made. Let's see, I'm in Australia, so we don't have that yarn. Oh, it's just your basic acrylic. You have something, I'm sure you have something similar at Spotlight that you can use. What do they call that? What do they call that yarn you all get at Spotlight? Yeah, it's just a worsted weight acrylic. Although I know you all have more like the 3-weight DK weight available to you in Australia, right? Super Saver, yeah. Leslie Martin says, how much yarn do you have stashed away? I mean, I do this for a livelihood. So I think that I have a decent amount. I think probably not as much as other crochet designers I've seen. Certainly not even as much as some of my followers have seen the sizes of their stash. But what I do have stashed away that I would like to put up for sale, but I need to post the pattern, is some of the Karen tea cakes. I'm going to start a king size corner to corner. Goodness. Have you ever made a 6-day kid blanket or star blanket? That's cool. I want to start a stash. Well, keep your eye on the yarn sales. Go hit the clearance aisle. Michael's and Joann's. To try some different things and see what you like. Yes, you will. It's like, I don't know what it is about yarn. It's just like, it's really fun to collect. I have kind of gotten out of the habit of just buying yarn that looks nice. Yeah, mine built up without any intention of building one. Yeah, I did that for a while. I would buy it, and then what happens is the yarn companies, sometimes they put some stuff up, on sale, for sale, and it's limited edition, or it's, these are the colors and they're only going to offer them for this season. So it's like, oh no, I better get it because it's going to go away. Doing stuff like that is what kind of got me in trouble. But I don't have, there's that notification again. Oh, I know what that is. In 30 minutes, I have my Granny Square workshop. Starting on Zoom. 2 boxes of yarn at a garage sale for $10. Wow. Yeah, thrift stores also. You can go thrifting and you can get yarn at thrift stores and wash it. I have a video on my profile that shows how I wash thrifted yarn. You can also buy sweaters. I would only do this with like a nice wool or really interesting hand knit looking acrylic sweater. But you can buy sweaters and unravel them, or you can buy, knitted garments and unravel them and wash up the yarn. Certain yarn dyes give me hives, so I need to choose carefully. Yes, that's true too. If you are, if you're using thrifted yarn, always wash it first, because, you don't know what it might have touched, what might be on it. Thank you, Sue Thomas. This is the 6-day Supernova Holiday Tree Skirt. I'm trying to work the whole thing on live. Yeah. Hi, thanks for the likes. A lot of people have yarn stashes that they are trying to reduce. So, I mean, even if you put put a notice on your social media or something, like accepting yarn donations or something of that nature, you might get lucky with that. You can go into swap groups. There's lots of swap groups and stash de-stash groups on like Ravelry and Facebook. I wish I could go live. I really want to do a live like yours. Oh, well, you're too kind. And you will. How many followers do you have? It would be on your loom. Donna says I've done 30 rows so far. Okay. If you go around and maybe follow the hashtag loom knitting on TikTok and just watch all those videos and comment on, make a thoughtful comment on all, a bunch of videos, and maybe, spend 10 or 15 minutes a day going through hashtags that interest you and commenting on the videos under those hashtags. You will get followers. Keep posting videos on your page too. Come up on people's For You page. So people get an idea what you're about and what you're going to be posting and what you're going to be doing on your lives. 1,000 followers isn't that much. You can do that. You can get that. If you want 1,000 followers, you can get them. Don't be afraid to post. Don't be afraid to comment. Follow some creators that you really admire, that you like. Think about your look and what it is you want to show. This is a really fun platform. Thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate it. Appreciate the likes. Hi, everybody. Wow, a bunch of people popping in right now. You have 622. Oh, goodness. You're almost there. Yeah, if you just do what I suggested for about a week or less, you can get there. Hi, everyone. A lot of people jumping in right now. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the likes and follows, and thank you to whoever shared the live. I'm working on the 6-day supernova holiday tree skirt. I'm timing how long each row takes me to do. The last one took me 40 minutes, and I think this one, it's been about 30, 35 so far. Let me see what the timer actually says. I don't want to stop. It's been 32 minutes. So I'm going to probably have to get off after this. Otherwise, I'll be most likely having to stop in the middle of the row because I know the last single crochet row took me 20 minutes, and that was, where was that? Back here. Single crochet rows go faster than the double crochet rows, of course. But I have another meeting at 8 o'clock, so I have to get going. I'm going to be doing the Granny Square workshop in my membership community, the Betty McKnitiverse. So if you'd like to join me over there, join the Betty McKnitiverse and come join the Zoom call. I do a lot of Zoom calls over there where we hang out and crochet and work on different stuff and just chat and you know. Hi, this is the 6-day supernova holiday tree skirt, and it's based on the 6-day kid blanket stitches. This thing is massive at this point. Thank you. The yarn is Big Twist Twinkle in gray and white. And it's a worsted weight yarn, and I'm using a Furls Odyssey J hook. I don't usually work over my ends. If I do, I only do it for 1 or 2 stitches. I always weave in and I never tie knots. Thor's Gal says, I haven't used Big Twist before. I usually use I Love This Yarn at Hobby Lobby. I've never used that yarn. I think maybe because it reminds me of Karen Simply Soft, and I don't like that yarn. It splits for me. But the colors are really pretty. Got a great color selection. I don't usually use this yarn either, to be honest. My favorite go-to yarn is usually Lion Brand. I also use a lot of Karen cake yarns. Sorry, my overhead is battery just died, so I gotta stop and change that. I'm timing myself. I never liked the Karen Simply Soft, but I know people who love it. So I think it just depends on your tension, how you crochet, maybe even what kind of hook you use. I always complained about it being splitty, and somebody told me, well, if you just changed your hook, it wouldn't split for you. But I never tried. I just didn't really like the yarn. It's just not for me, but it's lovely. I love the sheen that it has. Like, I want to like it. I love the sheen that it has. I like the colors, the saturation of the colors. Yeah, it splits for me. It doesn't knot very well. Well, I don't use knots, so I would never trust a knot to secure my work. I missed the Tuesday night group. Hopefully you all have a wonderful evening. All right. I'm not sure who I'm talking to because you're coming to me from the Facebook group, so. Michelle says, the Big Twist brand is the worst for giving me hives. Is that right? Wow. It hasn't bothered me. And I have like very sensitive skin. So I can't believe that if there was something irritating in that it wouldn't irritate me, because I would be the first person to notice something like that. Island Girl says, I had to do color changes. It was horrible. Yeah, but you don't have to tie. Yeah, you don't have to tie knots. Hope you found another way to do it besides knots. Hi, Leanne. I wish I could use Big Twist because it's so much less expensive. I'm also super sensitive. Yeah, I've never reacted to dyes in yarn. Peggy Sherman, how do I tie? If you're going to ask me how to tie knots, I'm going to say don't. mean, I have, I don't think I showed it tonight, but every time I change yarns on one of my videos, I almost always show how I do it. So you could check my YouTube and watch the 6-day kid blanket tutorials, and you can see how I change colors at the end of the row. I take the two ends and I flip them up over the working yarn to secure them, and then at the end I weave it in. I never tie a knot. Oh, hey, Misty. I'm going to bed soon and my kids need to go to sleep now. Good night. Have a good night. It's best not to tie knots. I'm getting all these little notifications all over the place. I don't know where they're coming from because I have 8 million windows open. All right, there we go. Let's see. 42 minutes. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. Here we go. It's too big to even show the whole thing on camera. Okay, so let's see. How many more rows do I need to do? That was, I have to do 7B, 2B, and 3B. Oh, no, no, no. No. I just have 7B to do. And then 2C and 3C. And then that'll be it. So 3 more rows. So if that's taking me 42 minutes to do the double crochet rows, I'm thinking I have about 3 more hours of work to do on this before I can put the edge on it. But at least I will have video of every single row for people. So if you want to follow along, all the replays are on my YouTube channel. So there you go. Go check them out. And then one day I'll edit them all so they're all nice and neat and tidy. But for now, you got all my talking and what have you. Let me flip this. Wow, there's 97 people here. Holy moly. Thank you so much for being here. TikTok, y'all are so fun. And YouTube, you're fun too. You're fun too. I'll let you live. All right, I gotta go. I have another meeting. So I'll see you all again while I finish up this supernova. All right, bye now.